The illusion of needs. Your distorted perceptions produce a dense cover over miracle impulses, making it hard for them to reach your own awareness. Okay? I think that makes it very clear. Yeah? What this sentence is saying is that by miracle impulse, they're implying, in my opinion, they're implying to that, you know, like the impulse, or rather the signal, or you know, that awareness that, hey, a miracle, there's a chance here for a miracle. You know, that awareness that, hey, there's a chance here for a miracle. Here, a miracle can be performed through you. Okay? All you have to do is let go, ask, blah blah blah, and it will happen. Let's call that a miracle impulse, like maybe life tapping you on the shoulder to let you know of the miracle possibilities in any particular case. What this sentence is saying is that when that tap on the shoulder comes, it's very hard for you to hear it, you know, for you to become aware of it, because of your distorted perceptions. Okay? That's all this thing is saying. That your distorted perceptions are making the miracle impulse hard. They're making it hard for that miracle impulse to reach your awareness. So it's just something to be aware of, because from here you can at least now start to begin telling yourself that, hey, there are so many miracle impulses coming my way, but I'm not hearing most of them. Okay? This is an important stage to get up to, because maybe before this stage you might have been thinking there are no chances for miracles, or miracles happened thousands of years ago and they don't happen anymore, or they hardly happen, and there has to be this, or they can only happen to very special people. This thing is telling you that you're getting them all the time, but they're not reaching your awareness because of your distorted perception. Okay, it's a very interesting and necessary stage to reach. That idea, let that idea sink into your mind, because it starts to open up possibilities within you. Now, physical impulses. Now we're going to talk about some examples of what is distorting your perceptions. Okay, we are going to start with physical impulses, because these are one way that your miracle impulses are being distorted or being misdirected. So A Course in Miracles here is suggesting, in my humble understanding and in my humble opinion, that some of the physical impulses, or many or all, I'm not sure what it means. Remember, I said I'm just here as a facilitator, and we're learning together. So I'm just giving you my interpretation. Some of the physical impulses are misdirected miracle impulses. In other words, you might feel like doing something physical, and you might get a physical sensation, and you mistake it. So instead of seeing it truly as the opportunity for a miracle to happen, you mistake it for some other need that you need filled using some physical alternative or a path or something, you see. So the Course in Miracle goes ahead and says that all real pleasure comes from doing the Creator's will. This is because not doing the Creator's will is a denial of yourself in the first place, or rather, when it says self, it means who you really are. Okay, because you and the Creator are one. Therefore, the idea that you can do something against the Creator's will, already it's a crazy idea, but let's say if you can, in that way you are denying yourself in the first place. Yeah, so from there it's saying that all real pleasure actually comes from doing the Creator's will. Okay, so it's suggesting that any other form of pleasure is pleasure, but it's not real pleasure. Okay, so it goes on to suggest that, to say that denial of the self results in illusions. When you refuse who you really are, yeah, you see, it's already said that all pleasure comes from doing the Creator's will, and when you deny that, then you're denying yourself, because you and the Creator are one. And when you deny yourself, because that's the only reality that exists, then you end up in illusions. Okay, did you follow that train of thought? Yeah. So now, when you correct this error, you are released from this illusion. In other words, when you start doing the Creator's will, because you and the creator are one, you're no longer denying yourself and you're no longer in illusion. So here it's suggesting that many physical impulses are a form of this denial, that you and the creator are one, denying this. So this is one of those parts in A Course in Miracles where I'm just going to suggest that you read the original manual yourself and interpret it whichever way you want. This is just my interpretation, the way I see it. Okay. Another distortion mentioned in A Course of Miracles, in Miracles, is fantasy. And according to A Course in Miracles, fantasy is a distortion. It is a distorted form of vision. Fantasies of any kind are distortions because they always involve twisting perception into unreality. Fantasy is an attempt to control reality according to false needs. Important sentence. Fantasy is an attempt to control reality according to false needs. So already you have false needs already, yeah? And then you attempt to control reality to satisfy those false needs. This is what A Course in Miracles is calling fantasy. It might not, it doesn't necessarily mean like, sitting down and fantasizing that you're in an alien world full of cartoon creatures or whatever. A Course in Miracles defines fantasy differently. It defines it as you have false needs and then you try and control reality to satisfy those false needs. That is already fantasy because it's not real. It will never make it into the world of reality. So twist reality in any way and you're perceiving destructively. Whenever you twist reality in any way, what you're doing is perceiving destructively. Fantasies are a means of making false associations and attempting to obtain pleasure from those false associations. But although you can perceive false associations, you can never make them real except to yourself. Yeah? So here it's saying, yes, you can perceive your false associations, but you will never make them real, and they'll only appear real to yourself and to nothing and no one else. You do not share your illusions. You believe in what you make. If you offer miracles, you will be equally strong in your belief in miracles. If you believe, if you follow illusions, then you're going to be strong in your belief in illusions. Okay? So the strength of your conviction in miracles will sustain the belief of the miracle receiver. So your own faith, yeah, will go ahead and help everyone else touched by the miracles that come through or from you. Okay. So thank you. This was the last video in the introduction to miracles. So from the next video, we're going to look at the new chapter. So we're done with the introduction of miracles. I think by now you might have a better, clearer understanding of the nature of miracles and why they're there and how they operate and what is their point and what's the miracle for. And I think it's really cool that we've covered that, because now we know that miracles are there for the very specific, definite purpose of correcting your misperceptions, for bringing your mind back to its original state, whereby it reflects your true status as the son or the daughter, you might say, of the Creator. Yeah, they're there to bring you to the atonement or the atonement or the realization, the personal experience, not theoretical, personal living experience that of oneness. Yeah, because trust me, once you enter the state of revelation, oneness will no longer be a theoretical concept that you imagine is there and maybe you're gonna see it after you die and you go to heaven or some other crazy idea. It's actually a living experience here now. Yeah. And that's the point of miracles, to get you to that point of revelation whereby you have the living experience that we are one and fear is completely gone and you no longer are in any doubt about this reality that we are one. So that's the point of miracles. That was the introduction to miracles. Thank you so much for your time and for being here till now. Please share this video with as many people as possible. And of course, for the full set of videos and course materials and the discussion community, go to ahappypocket.com. Thank you. Bye.